Good afternoon, everyone. This is a message from me to all of our learners and also to our parents and carers too. Yesterday afternoon, we received a letter from Bolton Council requesting that we put additional measures in place to reduce the transmission of the COVID-19 virus. Um, there have been an increase in the rate of infections locally in Bolton, hence the need to ask schools to do more to reduce transmission. Most of the things that are in the letter, and I've sent the letter to all parents and it's gone to staff as well. Most of the things that are in there are things that we are already doing. The one thing that is in there that we're not all doing at the moment is wearing face coverings in communal areas. Now, that includes classrooms. So from Monday, what we're asking for is for learners, and it'll apply to staff as well, just like we did last year, to go back to wearing face coverings in classrooms and on corridors. Now, I am fully aware that all of us, I think, are very keen to see the end of any COVID measures. But we've just got to sort of stop ourselves for a moment and remember why this advice has come through. So we need to just pause and consider the reason why. It's worth remembering that in the summer, when I got in touch with you about COVID-19 and the measures we'd keep in place this year, we did a survey at that time, and we did this with staff as well as with our learners and their families. And it was a survey about vulnerability. And the results of that were approximately 15 to 20% of our school community live with someone who is highly vulnerable to the COVID-19 virus. Now, that is a lot of people. And that's for a range of reasons. It's due to conditions like heart disease, cancer, autoimmune conditions, pregnancy. So I can't ignore that level of vulnerability and take no action. And of course, I can't ignore the advice that we've just been given from the Bolton Public Health team. So it's absolutely right that we do everything we can to protect people and that we revert back to consistently for everyone wearing face coverings from next week. They do work, they do help us to reduce transmission. So from next week, that's what we've got to do. Over the last few weeks, as I'm sure you know, what we've been doing is asking learners to wear face coverings when we've had a case in their year group. So it's something that most of our learners are used to doing anyway. It's no big deal. The difference is we're just consistently saying that everyone from next week will need to do that when they're in class and when they're on corridors and when they're queuing up in the hub. Now, we will continue to allow for families to fill out the form which is which is linked in with the letter there. You can see it just there. To fill out the form to ask for exemption, and learners then get a yellow card on the lanyard, and it takes seconds to fill that in. So if you want to apply for your child to be exempt, that's fine. And what staff will be doing and have been doing before when we've asked learners to wear face masks is to ask rather than tell. Okay, so we're asking, we're not telling. And we'll continue to do this until the advice changes. The last thing I want to say to do with face coverings is we could really do with learners bringing their own in. So at the moment, we're spending, and I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of pounds on face coverings that we're giving out to the learners. And obviously, they're disposable, they're only used for one day. So we're spending hundreds of pounds on that. And really, what we need to be spending that money on is things that are directly to do with the learning, not on face masks. So please, 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 can I ask you to make sure your child is bringing in a face covering from next week, please. In the letter, you can see that I talked there about other measures that we've got in place, which have actually been in place all year. Home testing is a big one that I want to push. So free lateral flow tests are available from Form Tutors. We give them out. If you could test twice a week, if you get your child to test twice a week, makes a massive difference. Just yesterday, we've received some air quality monitors. So it's taken some time for them to arrive, but they've arrived now. So those are now around and about the place for us to identify what parts of school we have issues in terms of ventilation, and then we can do something about it. Assemblies continue to be remote. Hand sanitizer is available on most corridors and certainly in each block. And we continue to encourage learners to get a PCR test when they are unwell. And when we send out the letters regarding there being a case in the year group, please do do a daily lateral flow test during those periods of time. Okay, so on to different things to finish. Normally, I do an end of half term sort of update for parents and carers. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait until we get the Ofsted report through, and then I'll do a video and a letter for all parents and carers. I'm very, very keen to tell you the outcome of our inspection, but I cannot do that until we get the final report. So as soon as I get that final report, I'll put a video together. Obviously, you'll get a copy of the report, and I'll talk you through how the inspection went. But yeah, I can't do it now. I wish I could, but I can't. And what else do I need to say to finish? Sorry, I've got notes here to remind me of stuff. Yeah, what I will say about this half term is that it has certainly been an intense one. It's been quite a roller coaster. We've had the busyness of the start to the school year and open evening. And then, of course, we had the inspection. And overall, I am delighted with how the half term has gone. And we look forward to the final few days of the half term to have a really positive, purposeful end to the half term before we break up next Thursday. And just a reminder there, it is next Thursday, not next Friday. Thank you so much to our learners for all of their hard work during this half term and the brilliant way they've conducted themselves throughout the half term. And many, many thanks to all parents and carers for your wonderful support as well. Okay, everyone, have a very good weekend. I will be in touch soon. Thank you.